It's day 3, and Frank is already clutching a pillow. I don't know if he's ready for a nap. I don't know if he's just ready for Santa and he's so excited, but I don't know. What's the pillow? What's going on?
I'm clutching the pillow because it's only day 3. This is day 3 of the 25 days of a very merry Vlogmas presented by Dillo's Diz. Thanks for coming over to our YouTube page. Hit subscribe. She is Jen.
Hello.
And I am Frank, as previously mentioned. And today it's Mrs. Dillo's birthday, the 3rd day. So we'll just drop that right in there.
Just drop it. Happy birthday, Mrs. Dillo.
I can't stay too long.
Can't be here. You're not supposed to be here.
No. So here today, we're going to share with you a video from one of our podcasts early last month on the November 5th edition of Theme Park Thursday with Dillo's Diz. Go subscribe on your favorite podcatcher. Go do it.
Do it now.
Do it. Subscribe to this YouTube page and then hit your podcatcher up and click subscribe there too. Just do it.
Do all the things.
But we had Santa Claus on.
Yeah, we did.
We had Santa Claus on because Jen she wanted to play by her rules in 2020 and stick to the no decorations before Thanksgiving.
Correct.
So we brought Santa Claus in as a way to mediate the situation, I suppose. Right. I don't think he knew he was coming in to mediate, but
he didn't realize.
Anyway, right now you can visit Santa at visitsantaonline.com and book a visit with Santa. It is the best. Jen just did it last week.
I sure did.
With the kids.
Yeah. With the kids, for the kids.
And she can attest to the grand and glorious nature.
Yeah, it was pretty awesome. And I kind of feel like it was probably better than what would have been in person, because you never know with kids how they're going to react. Maybe one year they're okay, the next year not so much. This, they had known they were going to be talking to Santa on the computer, so they were all ready. And right away, boom, they kind of jumped in and were like, yeah, this is totally normal. I'm okay with this. And started rattling off their lists before he even asked. And, but it was awesome. They, he spent about 5 minutes with them and had some conversations, knew a lot about their backgrounds, played a little game with them. It was great. So it was a lot of fun. I recommend it.
So all month long, all the way up to the 24th of December, Christmas Eve, you can go to visitsantaonline.com, book your visit with Santa. There's other options there too. You can send a personalized greeting video to a friend of yours. It doesn't just have to be about the visit, as it were. You can have Santa visit your corporate event if you'd like, even.
That's true. Yeah.
So here it is, day 3. We made it to day 3. Ha! Until tomorrow, we'll be back again. But make sure to check out A Very Merry Vlogmas all month long. We're supporting 3 great charities throughout the Vlogmas here. The Cast Member Pantry, of course, Give Kids the World Village, and Broadway Cares. Equity Fights AIDS. We'll drop the links here. The links are over at dillosdiz.com. Everywhere you go, there will be links.
All over the place.
So here within, from November 5th, our podcast with Santa Claus. It is the video version, so check it out. Totally worth a look at what really happens when we're recording a podcast episode.
He's got some good stories. You got to watch it. You got to stick through it. Yeah.
Here we go. All right. Well, Jen, I had to go immediately to the top here. And because we've been discussing this all through Halloween season of whether or not you would commit to the Christmas season earlier this year, because 2020, no more rules out the window. Mm-hmm. So I went to visitsantaonline.com. I put in a favor because we go way back, and I brought him here, right now. Here he is, the man himself. It's Santa Claus.
Hi, Jen.
Hi, Santa. Welcome.
Oh, thank you. Happy to be here.
I'm so happy to see you.
And I'm very happy to see the both of you.
Santa, how are you? How has your 2020 been? I think that's really a big question here.
Well,
Yeah.
it's definitely been a different kind of year, hasn't it? Sure.
Yeah.
I mean,
Mhm.
primarily we've been pretty isolated the North Pole ourselves, and we're not getting a lot of tourists and things like that. So we've been pretty good up there. However, checking in on everyone and all the things that they've been writing to me, I'm definitely concerned for everyone and making sure that they're doing okay.
Right.
And that's going to be the thing that's going to be going on this year that we have to really focus on, making sure everyone's okay.
Need extra holiday cheer this year, I think.
I see you've already decorated, Jen.
Yes. Yeah. Yep.
That's great.
Thank you.
Roaring fireplace and everything.
Yeah. Ooh, it's a little chilly here today, so
I would think that the North Pole was definitely isolated and probably double layer scarves and everything. So, we don't have to worry about it. Yeah.
And the elves, they're impervious to certain things as they're not quite human. So they don't catch the same diseases and viruses that you human folk do. So we're okay.
That's good. That's a good thing.
And just like the rest of us here in 2020, we are constantly pivoting. We're pivoting, we pivot. And Santa, you have done a pivot yourself here with Visit SantaOnline.com. Tell us all about it.
Sure. Well, we always have to be prepared at the North Pole. I'm constantly making toys that went out of fashion 20, 30 years ago. I've got a back pile of Teddy Ruxpins, for example.
Oh man, we'll take those.
We've got them. And we've got Furbies and Tickle Me Elmos, all the big ones. You never really know when someone just might ask for it. Mm-hmm. So because of that, we're always prepared for anything. And in this particular case, I thought to myself, it's very important this time of year, especially this year, that anyone who needs a chance to get a chance to see and talk with Santa gets a chance to do that. So I went ahead and talked with some of my technical elves that are much better at computer things than I am. And they talked about this new thing called Zoom. Mm-hmm. Are you familiar with this?
A little bit, yeah.
Mm-hmm. I've heard it's a thing. Anyway, they talked about this Zoom thing, and they said we could visit with children over the Zoom. And so they went ahead and did all the things that you do on that side of things and created a website where people can come and visit with me. And I am so excited to be able to have visits with children. It wouldn't be the same if I wouldn't be having visits with children this year, that's for sure.
Yeah, really.
100%. Totally agree. So if you go to visit SantaOnline.com, I mean, there's a whole array of choices. You got different choices. Jen's gonna have to make choices here. I think the big one, of course, is the visit itself. If someone was to go to visit SantaOnline.com and look into the visit, what would they expect?
Well, the visits take approximately 5 minutes. That's plenty of time to have a quality visit with up to 3 visitors, and we try to keep it at that because after then they're not getting the individual attention that you would want. However, we can always do more. It's just we would recommend, it is the elves and I would recommend that you maybe book two back-to-back visits if that's the case. But don't worry, 3 people, we can have a wonderful visit. You fill out a questionnaire that kind of can refresh the elves' memory so they can pass on the information about who I'll be speaking to. And they send that information over to me. And then on the day and time of our visit, you log in and come on, just like we're doing now. And we get to have a chance to have a little talk. And at the end of that, we'll be sending recordings out to everyone so that they can keep that as their memory of their visit with Santa for 2020. Because getting a picture with Santa might be a little more difficult this year.
That was going to be my exact question, is if we can take back a recording of the experience.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, nice. That's awesome.
Because I don't know how to do a screenshot on my laptop. That's like one thing. I've never been able to do a screenshot on any computer I've ever owned. So I'm glad that you can do the recording of the visit and hold on to that. And then I can do it off my phone and I can watch it on my phone, do the screenshot there. It's a whole complicated process, Santa.
Well, I can always get you a how to operate your computer manual for Christmas.
How's that would be very helpful. Santa, Frank is another year older recently, so he needs a lot of things that could be helpful in the technology world.
Oh, the older we get, the more we need help in the technology world, isn't that right?
That's right. Mm-hmm. That's true.
Oh. So and just from your own vantage point, Santa, what do you really love about the visit? What do you think is the key to like what really brings you joy in a visit? And that could be for anyone.
Sure. Well, I just think the opportunity for young young at heart to have an opportunity to speak with something that they remember from their childhood or is a part of their childhood now. There's an element of magic that happens when you look into someone's eyes, and especially once they've reached a certain age, and when they see you and they remember those moments, and it's almost as if a fog covers their memory, and they are taken back to a time when they were maybe a little younger and things were a little simpler, and then they inevitably become children once again. And to me, when that happens, that's when it's a truly wonderful and magical visit.
In addition to the visits, you're also doing the personalized videos. You're doing Merry Christmas videos. So those are shorter in length, and you do them in advance and send them. How does that work?
Sure. Well, and with the other ones as well, all of them can be shared on social media platforms, and so if you wanted to send it to, your family members or friends who aren't going to be able to be with each other this Christmas, they'll be able to see, your visit with Santa. Now, the other ones are personalized videos where you give me a little bit of information about the people who you want me to speak about, and I will in turn create a video and send that out to you. And the other one has we've been working on it, and we came up with a nice message that you might just want to send in lieu of a Christmas card.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I love that.
Go ahead. Oh, you mentioned social media. I was going to ask, can we put this on our TikTok? Will you be putting any on your TikTok, Santa? How does this work?
I'm contemplating the TikTok.
Yes.
I'm not 100% sure. I have an elf named TikTok, which is...
Oh, perfect.
Yep.
Yeah.
However, they are not...
It's meant to be.
What's that?
It's meant to be.
I suppose it might be. Yeah, they aren't a good dancer. I'm certainly not a dancer. But if need be, and the public demands it.
All right, I like it.
Jen is early before everything went upside down. Jen was becoming a master of TikTok, and then
not with dancing, Santa. Not with dancing. Never with dancing.
Just videos.
Videos.
It's the new thing. Everyone loves a TikTok.
Yeah, that's true. It's true.
I mean, now that he said it, talking about the dancing, now all I can think about is Santa potentially doing TikTok dance.
Yes, I'm excited.
I'm not opposed to it. I just, the public needs to demand it. That's all.
We're demanding it.
Right.
Well, I love the idea. I didn't really think about it that way until you said it, of sending a personalized Santa greeting to someone, as a surprise, as a gift, as a quick Merry Christmas, rather just then texting Merry Christmas on the day of, to actually have a greeting from you to friends and family or whoever. I love that idea personally. Yeah, I think that's great.
Yeah.
And they've created a way too that if, for example, if you wanted to gift Jen a visit with Santa, that's an option as well. So this way you don't have to be locked into the day or time that may not work for someone else.
Nice. That's cool.
Fantastic. And then, so you mentioned that you might want to double up, on visits just to get more time in, but you are doing large family visits as well.
Yeah. Large families, schools, if a school wanted to see Santa. I feel like the opportunity to see Santa is now more important than ever. The old adage of we need a little Christmas couldn't be more true, isn't that right?
That's right.
And so I feel as though if there's anything I can do as Santa Claus to be able to bring that to the masses, then it's my duty.
Yeah, and you'll do some corporate meetings maybe too.
Yeah, if they've been good.
All right, because I might have somebody who might set that up. So
I think that's great. Yeah, I've been thinking about that too. I'm like, how do I get Santa to? That's awesome. I talked a little bit.
You worked before last year, last several years at Carnegie Hall with you.
Oh yeah, yeah. Santa and I go way back.
That's right.
One of the things I was talking to Jen about prior to us joining up with you here is that you were actually in this apartment in front of this Christmas tree when I popped the question to Mrs. Dillow.
Right.
I remember this. It was a wonderful evening.
And I mean, if just to go with a little background here, Jen. So like at the end of, we're all very busy at the end of the holiday season, especially Santa. Who more than Santa? Yeah. So I had just just dropped a little here and there to Santa. We visited Santa. We had not found a ring at all. And the morning that we visited Santa, then we went to the store up 12 blocks away from where Santa was, and we actually found the ring. So it was like boom, Santa, boom, it happened. I reached back out to Santa, and Santa was like, let me just come and be there for the engagement. And I was like, whoa. And so then it became a bigger.
Then it became real.
I was like, how am I going to get my tree to stay up for this long? All of these things. So then I had a Santa and two of his elves, Ginger Snap and Spritz, waiting outside in the January cold out here.
It wasn't that cold to us.
Yeah, that's true.
True enough. And then it was like this whole idea of I knew Mrs. Dillow was going to be getting ready, so I could sneak the three of them up into the living room, and then I would leave the light on in the living room and leave to get the car, so that inevitably she would walk in the room to shut off the light like, Frank, what the hell? And then boom, get it. So it was a very long time the three of them had to wait in the living room. However,
worth it.
I mean, it was several minutes, and there was plenty of photographs and video to document that. But yes, it all went swimmingly. It didn't fall apart. It was actually a well-executed plan, and Santa totally stuck the landing on his end of the surprise for sure.
And when did she realize? I mean, did she walk into the room and see Santa and his elves and go, "What's happening?" Or did she go, "Oh, it's happening"?
I don't.
What?
I mean, I guess we'd have to ask her. I don't.
Yeah.
If I remember correctly, registering her face was not, "Oh, I'm about to get engaged to." It was, "Why is Santa in my house?" And
Yeah.
a little bit of fear maybe was crept in there. Like, this isn't normal. Although quite normal to me, I suppose.
Because I was in the stairwell, sweating to death. I'm like, oh my God, will you just, I know she's gonna scream when she turns off the light. Will she please just do it? So it's like, oh my God, just the fear building up the whole time. But Santa, you have had plenty of engagements happen before you, have you not? How many would you say? How many ballpark? Hundreds?
Probably, yeah. It's several. It's innumerable, I suppose. And each one is special in their own way, for sure. It takes someone who loves Christmas enough to want to be engaged in front of Santa Claus. That to me is, a couple. They're meant to be together if that's the case. I mean, you love Christmas that much, and you want to do it in front of Santa. Well, wow, I'm here for that too.
Yeah.
Well, especially now on the Zoom, you can even do it that way. Everything.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. That's a great idea. People should set up their wedding with you.
Look at you.
I love this idea.
Well, that would be wonderful. And I think, although I'd like for people to be able to have a lot of people around when they get married. I think the exchange of family and friends around is quite magical.
Yeah.
100%. And then in terms, not just engagements, what other memorable visits have you had over the years that really, if you really had to break it down and give me your best couple of visits that really just you remember every single thing that happened, every emotion, every look. Is there anything that sticks out in particular?
Yes, well, there's so many. I mean, there are a lot, and I think that there's certain times where I've been able to visit with people who are really needing to see Santa for different reasons. You know, there have been people who have, of all ages. I mean, I've had, like we talked about before, that the idea of when that veil of wonder crosses their eyes again, and then they just break down into tears because they have that memory of that. That to me, whenever that happens, it always is a memory for me. I do remember there was one little girl who she was very afraid. She didn't speak much, but I remember she looked up and saw the lights, and her wonder, she just whispered the word "wow," and for some reason that really got to me. I've had a young girl who once told me that I was like a father to her because her father wasn't in the picture anymore. And to me, I feel like in that moment it becomes incumbent on me to give her whatever I can, you know, to let her know how proud I am of her, because I am, you know, she's been a very good girl, you know, and you know, let them know that there is love. Love is so important, and I feel as though we need to be sharing more of it. And I think it's evident by what's happening in the world today, you know. And I believe my all-time favorite, I can't say favorite, that would be putting favorites on things. I can't do that, but maybe most memorable moment would be I had a young girl and her younger brother who came to see me, and we were quite busy that day. I remember we were trying to, you know, get through a line, and the young girl had asked what she wanted. The young boy asked what he wanted. That's wonderful, you know. And then I was getting ready to send them on their way, get their little gift. And the young girl said, "You know, Santa, before we go, can I ask for something from my father, my dad?" I said, "Of course. What do you think your dad would like for Christmas?" And she says, "I think he would like a train set." I said, "A train set? Yes, I think your dad would love a train set." And she said, "Well, my dad died." And so I told her what I would tell anyone is, "Are you familiar of the legend of the bells?" And she said, "No." She said, "What is it?" I said, "So now listen, any time that you hear a bell ring, now that could mean it could be one of Santa's bells. At the time I was wearing my harness of bells. It could be one of your school bell ring, or even a phone ring. Now back then, with people's phones ringing, they weren't quite cell phones. But anytime you hear a bell ring, that's your father thinking about you and letting you know that he loves you very much." And that would be enough there. But what happens next is that one of my bells unravels from my harness and unprovoked and rolls across the floor. Now the young girl jumps off my lap and grabs the bell. The young boy, I can't let him leave without a bell, so I pop off another bell, which didn't make Mrs. Claus too happy. And, but now I feel as though for them, for that moment, they had the feeling that their father was with them in that moment. And that's all I can hope for.
That's a good one, Santa. That's a good one.
I mean, it is really, yeah, it is amazing over the years, you know, to hear stories with Santa, you know, like just, you know, over especially the 15, 16 years, I've been more connected to Santa that, you know, stories never cease to amaze, really. And the effect that it has on people and you know, what it does to their, you know, to their, especially at the holidays when you need it the most, you know.
Sure.
Well, there's a magic about Christmas.
That's for sure. And I hope that this year it can continue. I know that a lot of people are going to be alone and lonely this Christmas, and they may not be able to be with people who you know, who they love or love them in return, and letting them know that they're not forgotten, and letting them know that it's, you know, it's okay to maybe, if you feel a little alone, that's all right, but you're not forgotten, and that's important to remember.
Yeah, definitely.
Nice. In terms of the visits and speaking to kids over on visitsantaonline.com during the season, what are you anticipating? Have you done your research, Santa? Do you know what kids are going to ask for this year? I don't even know what the hot things are anymore. What are you expecting?
I never know what to expect. It's always exciting to me. I know that, you know, there will inevitably be video games. That is always, lately that has been very big. Nintendo Switch. We're well stocked in Nintendo Switches. And that said, you know, there's dolls, Barbies, that. Superheroes is still very popular. And, you know, as they skew younger, like dolls and cars and trucks and things of that nature. As far as what's this year's special gift, I don't know yet. And so I'm very excited to find out.
Yeah.
You know what I don't know. I think we're leaning towards the bike. The bike has come up a couple of times. That's kind of where we're leaning right now. What about for you, Jen? What are you hearing? What's the word on the street over there?
So my 6-year-old is gotten very into Mario. He was Mario. It's been up for debate of how we're saying it in the house for Halloween, but it was based off of, he's a very big Lego fan, and Mario now has this whole Lego set. So he's all in on that. So that's a big ask. And he wants just millions of Disney Funko Pops. So that's his. And then because he only has one Funko Pop, but he knows there's more out there and he wants them all. And then I've showed him, silly me, on YouTube, I've showed him the collectors of Funko Pops who just have rooms of them and shelves of them. And he's like, what? Oh, I want that one. The 3-year-olds, my daughter, very big into babies and dolls. I need all the baby things. I need binkies for the babies. I need a lot of cribs for the babies. And I need food for the babies. And what else do babies need? And I need strollers. I'm like, you have a stroller. You're all set. You're done with the stroller. But she's very big. She's expecting Santa to deliver on all the baby items this year. Yeah.
Got to work out for us, don't we?
Little bit.
Yeah. You know the 3-year-old as well as we do.
Yeah, exactly. She'll hold you to it if there is one binky missing from that pile of doll binkies.
Well, we aim to please, but we sometimes fall short. So.
Yeah, it happens. It's okay.
And a couple of years ago, I saw you dancing in front of the Rockefeller Center Christmas tree with Mariah Carey, for goodness sake. So that's like Jen's dream. She wants to dance with Mariah.
That was pre-TikTok.
Yeah,
Pre-TikTok.
That would have been a perfect intro to TikTok.
Maybe that's what inspired TikTok. I don't know.
Maybe. I think it is. I think we can say that. Yeah, absolutely.
It's time for some revisionist history. Let's do it.
Yes. Santa started TikTok. That's it.
But how about in terms of just Jen? Maybe I can ask you first. What is your favorite Christmas song about Santa? With Santa in the title, she loves making decisions. Santa. That's why I'm putting her to this right now. Santa Claus in the title, songs about Santa, anything Santa related. So you can't go into the Mariah Carey.
I mean, Santa Claus is Coming to Town is a classic. It's kicking off the whole thing. He's coming. He's coming to town. Oh,
you have one?
Yep.
Oh, do I have one?
Yeah.
I mean, I think that's the classic, and then you go through and go, okay. And the one that always comes back to me when I think about songs with Santa in the title is the Harry Connick, I must have seen old Santa in my window.
Oh,
Christmas
yeah, that's a good
Eve.
one.
It's a early night, I'm going to go to the early 90s every time. So that's
sure. Santa, do you have one about yourself?
I've thought about it. I mean, it's very weird to have songs about yourself.
Sure. Do you have to approve them before they go out? How does that work?
No. I mean, I've been very lucky that most songs are favorable when it comes to Santa.
True.
If I was going to, those are great songs. And there's so many to choose from. But one of my favorites is Jingle Jangle from the Rudolph movie.
Oh. Mm-hmm.
I am old Kris Kringle. I enjoy that.
I like that one. I did have a follow-up to Mariah from earlier that I was wondering if you've had many celebrity meetings in your time. Yeah.
Well, to be fair, like everyone that I meet, I believe to be a celebrity. So,
sure.
What you would consider a celebrity, I've met several of them.
Yeah.
And, they've been wonderful. They're lovely.
The thing that always stands out, well, again, the Mariah Carey thing stands out to me because that was pure you right there, and I really loved it. The other Santa Claus song, just to close the loop on the Santa Claus songs there is oh my God, I just lost it. Where did it go? Where did it go? Oh, is Jolly Old Saint Nicholas. That's where it is. It's a nice balance between the happy and the sadness of Christmas, the melancholy that I sometimes like around the holidays. There's always this little, don't you tell a single soul what I'm going to say. Christmas Eve is coming soon. I love it. I love it. All right, let's move on.
All right.
Other songs.
I've been playing this music in the background, and I've picked it specifically for you. But do you know what it is?
Oh.
This is very specific to you, both of you.
I mean, I have picked out enough of it I wasn't sure it was like the Main Street Christmas.
It is the Main Street.
Yeah.
Yes.
I know that you happen to enjoy the Disney, and I want to make you feel at home with the North Pole as much as possible.
No, I love it. And we're just trying to chip away into Jen's mood here because Santa, she has a rule. We go through it. We talk about it every year. And I understand this rule especially.
I think you used to have the same rule.
My rule is a little different than yours. I'll give you my tweaked version in a second. But no Christmas music, no Christmas decorations, no Christmas movie watching until Thanksgiving night.
Right.
My Christmas thing used to be when Santa would cross the star at the end of the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade.
Mm-hmm.
That's my thing. I was like, I will not listen to anything. I will not watch anything until that moment.
Mm-hmm.
It's changed over the years. Because especially now, as you see, the Christmas tree
Evidently.
is
Yeah.
like, boom, November 1st, I'm done.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going full throttle into 55 days of Christmas.
Nothing wrong with that.
So, Jen, why can't you just opt out of this for this year and commit? The green screen should get you going, give you the feels.
Wait, that's green screened?
No. No, it's my home. So cozy at home. My couch. Hallmark movies playing. Okay. So let's go back a little bit because Papadillo, very big into Christmas and the Christmas decorations. And he would always start decorating the house on November 1st-ish. And I would say, okay, but you can't turn on the lights until after Thanksgiving. You used to agree with this, where I would basically say, you could put up your decorations. Don't turn lights on the house until after Thanksgiving. I just feel like I don't want to skip over Thanksgiving. I don't want anyone to feel like, oh, all right, finally it's Christmas. I like my little routine of I eat my leftovers while I watch some Hallmark movies. Friday, right after Thanksgiving, I put up all the decorations. It's Christmas season. Now, I don't like when Thanksgiving is later in the month because that means my Christmas season is shorter. So that is a bit of a bummer.
Well, yeah. It's another late season this year.
I know. And that's a little tough.
Will you cave, Jen? Can you cave? Santa is here. Will you cave?
I am not caving right now. Will I cave closer to Thanksgiving? We'll see. But am I caving right now when Halloween was 2 days ago? No, I am not. I can't do it.
Well, to each their own. I believe in you, though. I believe you might just this year. You know,
Thanks, Santa.
if any year to do it, this might be the year to do it.
And don't get me wrong, I love Christmas and love it. And I think that's what it is too. It's like this special thing, and I want to keep it a special thing. Like sometimes, Santa, we'll just go into this. Sometimes I think about moving to Florida. I lived in Florida for like 2 years.
I remember.
Sometimes I go, should I move back there? Because I love Disney so much and I could just be at Disney all the time. But then I think, Disney is a special thing. Do I just want to save it as a special thing I visit here and there? Although 2020 came along and then kind of ruined some of that. But do I keep it in its special little bubble? I feel the same way about Christmas.
I mean, I do understand that. And at the same time, I feel there are people who, like Frank, apparently, and others who believe that there's never too much of a good thing. And so if like you even kind of admitted, is that it's a short season, and
Yeah.
you know, it is a precious amount of time. But if you could allow that time to be longer, I mean, theoretically, people say, you know, try to spread the Christmas cheer throughout the year. And what you're saying by not doing that
Oh,
is saying that you only believe Christmas cheer can only exist between
No,
Thanksgiving.
no. Christmas cheer all year round. Spread kindness. Do good things. But, you know, maybe just save the Christmas tree for the day after Thanksgiving.
And that's perfectly fine.
All right. I think that was a good compromise I think we came to.
you're making steps, but you still won't watch the Hallmark movies.
No,
Until
that's
after.
kind of my thing.
What about when
Now,
they do in July though? They do a whole Christmas in July thing. No,
I'm not about it.
fair enough.
See, now a little elf told me that Santa, because of some of the changes this year in 2020, has taken in a little more of the Hallmark Christmas movies.
Oh.
Sure. I mean, I've had a lot more time at home.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we love them. We love them here.
I love
Jen
them.
loves them.
I love
Jen
them.
sent me a personalized video, as it were, for my birthday of Hallmark Christmas movie star Alicia Witt giving me a personalized
Birthday
that's how
greeting.
deep it goes.
Well, that's wonderful.
Mhm.
It's wonderful.
Yeah.
We love them.
Remember that when I go to visit her for Christmas, that she gets a special treat for being so nice to you.
I think that's a great idea.
I appreciate it, Santa. But so obviously, I think we're gonna all agree. I don't know if Jen will agree, but you and I will agree, Santa. Miracle on 34th Street is right in the top tier of holiday movies, right? Would you put it up there? What else would you put up there?
Well, I feel as though it's a, you know, it's an opinion, and I think that you have to clarify it because there's the top animated Christmas movies you can't really compare against Miracle on 34th Street, and at the same time, the top contemporary movies don't necessarily hold up to Miracle on 34th Street or It's a Wonderful Life, but movies like Elf or The Santa Claus are equally as wonderful movies. So I think if you put it into categories of that, then it becomes a different game.
What is your favorite animated Christmas movie?
I would say probably Rudolph. Well, there's so many though.
Yeah.
Charlie Brown is wonderful.
Yeah, that's true.
Jen, I don't know, did you have a beef about all the Charlie Brown specials going to Apple TV?
I don't know why you're trying to throw me under the bus today in front of Santa. Like, I don't know what you're doing, but I did have a little bit of beef because I think Charlie Brown was all of his movies around the holidays. They're a classic thing in everyone's home, and now they kind of took that away where not everyone can see them. So I'm really hoping they don't do that with the next two, but I think they're going to. But I hope they don't, because everyone should be able to see them and enjoy them.
Santa, see, I go even further back. When they moved Charlie Brown Christmas from CBS to ABC, I wrote letters. You know, it was a problem.
That's always remember to fight for your cause.
Yeah.
That's right.
But
Priorities.
Rudolph on CBS. That's like top of the line right there. That's a Tuesday night after Thanksgiving thing. It's got to be
Tuesday night after Thanksgiving. So you have your own rules.
That's when they air it usually. I'll have to go back and check, but it's generally the Tuesday night after Thanksgiving. That's basically Rudolph's night. I don't want to get an argument here in front of Santa. I mean, I'm throwing you under the bus, and now you're making me argue with you in front of Santa.
In case anyone didn't wonder, they are siblings.
That's right. That's right. This is what happens.
Santa, I ask you one more question. Is there do you have particular holiday decor outside, you know, hanging up in front of houses? What are some of your favorite holiday displays you've seen over time?
Oh boy, that's a great question. I do enjoy what some might say is going over the top. Oh boy, I sure love that. You know, that is an outward expression of their Christmas spirit, and they need to share it with their community. Oh, what a wonderful thing. You know, and I understand too that that's not always the thing that's possible for everyone. So any kind of Christmas decoration is, you know, really appreciated and cherished because everyone's in a different situation. So, but I would definitely say the ones that are more outlandish and are always fun for me to see from the sleigh coming down. You know, it helps guide the sleigh a little.
Yeah.
100%. Papadillo currently at our parents' house has on the landing an inflatable swan. I don't. There's not 7 swans. It's just one swan, right?
Right.
Yeah, just
Has
one
some
giant
sort of
swan.
Christmas thing on it somewhere.
It does. I don't know.
I think so.
It's an odd thing. Usually when he puts
Okay.
like this, the inflatable sleigh up there, or the inflatable snowman.
He has
or
a
something, it's
dragon
snow
as
globe.
well.
He
The
does have a dragon. Yeah. You know the Christmas dragon, Santa. You know the one.
Yeah. From the
Was-
classic movie, The Christmas Dragon.
That's where the chestnuts go roasting from.
Oh.
Oh, that makes sense.
Little known fact.
Yeah.
Santa knows. Santa has all the
Right.
answers.
All the answers. I love it.
Well, Santa, I want to just again talk a little bit about Visit Santa Online. Is there so the calendar, when you go up to the website, you pick the date, you pick a time slot. How does that all break down?
Yeah, exactly that. And then you follow the prompts from there.
Nice. And is there a specific date range?
Well, we're still in the midst of finishing up the back end of things in the North Pole, making toys, making sure everything's set up. So I won't be seeing anyone until November 24th is when our first visit.
Sounds close to Thanksgiving to me, Santa.
But it is before.
It is true. Got 2 days before.
But
All right,
I
fair
think
enough.
that what I felt is though I wanted everyone to have the opportunity, and that would give it 24th to the 24th. It seemed,
That's
a nice
yeah,
round
yeah.
number.
You know what, Santa? Maybe I'll start my Christmas season on the 24th this year. Maybe.
That would be wonderful.
Maybe.
To coincide with the Visit Santa Online
Yes.
official first day of visits. I love
That's
it.
right. Yeah.
Just one Christmas carol. That's all we need from you. Just on the 24th, just any radio station will play it for you if you want. I mean,
That's true.
some have already started. I'm always so excited when that happens, but that's me.
And the best way to spread Christmas cheer is singing loud for all to hear, according to the movie Elf.
That's right.
So
I will plug then. I will continue on with the plug. So visit SantaOnline.com. Go there, set up your visit, get a personalized greeting, send one to a friend or a family member, save it. We want to wait till Christmas Eve to send it. You can get it now. Do the whole thing. Just get your orders in now.
That's I would, Frank, you said it there. From my experience, people tend to wait. And if the longer you wait, well, the closer you get, which is wonderful, but those are the times that are going to book up faster. So my suggestion is get in while you can, early, wherever, or, book something a little bit earlier. This way you don't have to fight for the prime spots.
Yeah.
And you have longer to share it with everyone. So that's also an exciting bonus.
Sure.
Well, I'm glad we can make some breakthroughs here on Jen, considering all of, the 2020 situation, the late, Christmas season start. I think we made some real headway, some real progress, and I'm anxious to see if she breaks down a little bit over around the 24th of November.
We'll see. Maybe I'll TikTok about it if I do.
Oh, how wonderful. And then we can do a TikTok Christmas on the 24th dance together.
Stop it, Santa. I would be so excited if that happened.
And now
the wheels are going. All right, I'll figure this out.
All right, Santa. Thank you so much. Santa Claus is here on Theme Park Thursday with Those Days. I mean, we have reached it all.
Yes,
thank you.
Enjoy your podcast up at the North Pole, listening to what you have to say. So.
Ready.
We're staying on the nice list, I think.
Yeah, we're trying.
You
We
are.
won't fight anymore.
Thank you so much, Santa.
Well,
Merry Christmas.